Hey! Earth Scum! How's it going? Tucker here. Welcome to the official Astral Inside Earth Scum Legion podcast. Here we handle all the cute little human things the Weaver, our lovely little storyteller, wants to keep track of as humanity progresses. Am I the asshole stories and segments the crew handpicks every week to give you friendly advice, human news, and my favorite mental health and TV and media updates. Be sure to follow Astral Insight Earthscum Legion on YouTube for our D&D campaign, Spotify and Apple Podcast for all the other fun stuff. Now, let's get into it.
Good afternoon, Earth Scum, and welcome to another Astral Sight podcast episode.
Astral
Today-
Sight.
Astral Insight! Damn it! But today we have Nattie and Batacus with us today. Nattie's one of our Earthling friends.
Yeah.
Batacus, well, you know him. He is Batacus the Brutal. I don't really think there's more of an explanation I could really give because that's about as basic and 100% as it gets.
But
He's
it's
also my
the
husband.
chaotic.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys aren't divorced yet.
No.
We could take care of that tomorrow.
Oh Lord. So yes, today you have your lovely neighborhood weather. Yes, your lovely neighborhood weaver, me, and then seeker, and then we got
Yeah.
this fool over here who's laughing at me because I can't speak. We got Crasher,
Hi.
and then we got my lovely lady friend Nattie. Hello. And Batacus. But Triton and Tucker will be reading the stories today, and I do not apologize for any of their behavior because, well, they're themselves. Let's get into it.
Okay, and here comes story number 1.
Buongiorno, Earth Scam. Welcome to another week of Am I the Asshole Stories.
Not just that, but Lucia has a surprise for the Seeker and Crasher at the
Do
end.
not hear it.
Surprise? She didn't tell me about a surprise. How come I don't get a surprise?
You message her constantly, and she is literally at war with the gods right now. She doesn't have time to get you a surprise, let alone time to physically be here, idiot. Besides, the surprise is a game.
A game. Our entire relationship feels like a game already, so that's fine by me.
How is war a game? You are so self-absorbed. I cannot believe you've even made it past the age of 9.
It was all luck, really. Anyway, just get on with the first story, would ya? I got places to be and a schedule to follow. Andiamo.
Don't rush me. I'm sensitive.
Uh-huh. Sure. Whatever. Just get on with it, Tilikum.
Am I the asshole for not converting to my fiance's religion? No, I'm an atheist, so problem solved. You are not the asshole. Story over. I solved the puzzle.
Tucker!
Well, I thought it was funny. All right, here's the story. I've always known my fiance was religious, and I thought he knew that I wasn't. On our very first date, I asked him, and he told me he believed in Christianity. And obviously, I don't see anything wrong with that, but I don't believe in it. Through our relationship, I've been asking questions about his beliefs in interest in understanding him and that part of his life better. I think he mistakenly took these questions as my interest in converting. The other night, I told him I think I had a good understanding of the ideas, but the only thing that didn't make sense was why people believe in it. He was confused and acted like he didn't know that I didn't believe, then got upset with me. He said he thought I became a Christian while we've been together, and now he feels lied to since I actually am not. I told him I loved him anyways, and he said, "Yeah, but we aren't going to heaven together." He then asked me multiple times why I couldn't just become a Christian, and I tried to explain that I didn't believe in any of it, so I couldn't just magically switch my beliefs, but I think that made him more frustrated. He seems most upset over the fact that we won't be in heaven together, but to me he's upset over us not being together in a made-up world that doesn't exist. I don't know. Am I being an asshole? Should I try to be more understanding? Edit. A lot of people have raised a lot of questions that I didn't think to include in the original post. We have had many conversations about this, I guess, which I thought was enough. I've talked about my lack of belief, but been very clear that I support his belief, and I thought we were on the same page. He never made it seem like my religion was a big deal to him. He also doesn't go to church and see his religion as a private, personal thing, which is another reason I didn't expect him to be so concerned with mine. We agreed that neither of us wanted a church wedding, and if we have kids, we plan to raise them with knowledge of all religions and give them the option to come to their own realizations about higher powers. I see now that my assumptions about him being okay with my lack of religion were just as bad as his assumptions about me converting for him. Also, I never called heaven a made-up world to his face, and that was definitely harsher than I should have been, even in a place he wouldn't see.
Okay. So that is story number one, and why do we offer Nattie to comment on this story?
Oh,
Nattie?
wow. I honestly, well, I'm in a relationship. I've been with my partner for almost 2 years now. And so we never really talked about religion practically at all in our relationship. I grew up as a Catholic, my family is Catholic, and I believe in God. So when it comes to religion in general, I think it's a very sensitive topic, especially amongst earthlings and everything like that. You don't know what button you'll push, especially if you offend the other person. You don't have to basically make your partner believe in something that they don't just because they've grown up with it for so long. For example, with my partner, he wasn't a huge religious person, let alone he would come to church with myself and my mom practically all the time. And he's teaching himself to believe, even though he does believe in God. So I think that it's just a very sensitive topic, and I just choose not to take part just because I have my own beliefs and I allowed other people to have their own beliefs as well.
Thank you, Nattie. That was well said.
It was very well said.
Oh, yeah.
You.
I as a I don't know about you, Seeker. I find this one hard to comment on because I'm an astral being, so it's not necessarily about anybody's personal belief at that point. I mean,
Yeah,
it's more about just, I
yeah,
guess, at that point, because there are so many different representations of what God means to different varieties of people. So I think that I don't think you were an asshole in the way you handled it with him, but I think the way you talked about it was a little insensitive. So I wouldn't necessarily call the person an asshole, but I don't think that he should have just expected you to indoctrinate yourself into something that you were not prepared for or want to do either. I think that kind of is a little selfish.
yeah. No, I agree with what and Craftful. I will come to you in a moment, but I do agree with Craftful. I do agree with you
I love
with
he goes da da da
I
da.
do agree with you with all that for us it's kinda hard to get that understanding because we are actual beings, but I will say that the Boston didn't have expected hard to convert for, just the day of the same religion. It's to be something personal, and that's what I feel. Classical, go ahead.
Laura and I, we we didn't have religion. You know what we did believe in though?
What?
monogamy. Anyway,
I don't understand what that has to do with helping this person, but all
no,
right.
yeah, they will, but okay, classful.
in all seriousness, she's not the asshole. I don't think he's the asshole. I think that there's just some sensitive topics that need to be adjusted, and the way that she talks about certain topics needs to be adjusted. And the way that it seems like the way that he handles it is calm and collective,
Yeah,
and the way that she does it is this is a made up world, blah 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 blah. Don't say that. Be sensitive about it, be nice to him, be nice to his religion, try to understand where he's coming
okay, uh, alright, Batacus, what are your thoughts about this?
Not the dramatic pull into frame though.
from.
Gotta remember,
You
Batacus
earthlings are weak. Emotions lead to turmoil and disrespect. Seek therapy.
says the one who says Tucker's mom is hot. But okay.
Yet
That's
Earthlings
besides
also.
the point. That's
Earthlings
besides
also
the
don't believe
point.
in therapy. It depends on the Earthling, so hence I'm from
Also,
Earth.
also, I love how you're married to an elf right now.
Shut up, Crasher. I don't give a crap. I married you for your Harbor Freight stocks.
Oh, you ain't getting it, you little shit.
Too late.
This is why I told you
Anyways.
both to
Guys,
sign the
I need to
damn
go.
prenup. Hi,
I
Nattie.
finally,
I will join this at some point. I love you guys. Bye.
I,
Bye. I love that.
yeah,
So she's off.
Anyways, neither one of them are assholes, but they're both weak as shit.
Okay, I guess that's a good response. Better than I thought it was gonna go because you're a Christian Saturnite bat. But all
yeah,
right.
Guy
okay,
should not force his beliefs on girl. Girl should be more sensitive regardless of how I feel about feelings.
Very well said.
So she should go to sensitivity training.
Yes.
So I guess she'll see you there.
Girl is
yeah,
technically a problem.
no,
Like,
no,
Guy wants to ooga when girl wants to booga.
okay. Yes.
Right? Is that what the Homo sapiens say nowadays? I
I
can't
don't.
keep up. I can't keep up with their earth language.
But you talked to Tucker is. You know what? Okay.
let's move
Okay.
on,
Laura
let's,
had a yacht.
Oh my
That's all
god.
I know.
let's move
Pressure, never
on,
say that again, or I'm going I'm gonna drop kick your balls if you say that again.
okay, story number 2, and from what I could tell, this is broken up into 2 parts, so let's begin part 1.
All right, Aquaman, lay down the next story for us, like a good little beta fish.
Scusi? Who do you think you are talking to like that? Baciami il culo. I'm going to cut off your Neptunian Royal Trust Fund if you don't cut that out. Vaffanculo.
I thought I was talking to Aquaman. That's what it says on our schedule, so
Holy shit, it does!
gee, I better talk to whoever is in charge of making this thing. I, for one, find that offensive.
It's you, you idiot! Look, it says it right here.
So it does, So what's the next story?
I hate you sometimes. Just wait until we are done. I am going to rip off your stupid fat tail.
Okay, sure. Calm down, little guppy. I don't want to have to explain to Lucia why I had to flush you down the toilet after you have an aneurysm.
Anyways, this one comes with an update, so I'll read it after you guys discuss it. Am I the asshole for calling my sister out for putting me on a blind date and lying to both of us about it? To cut a very long story short, my sister put me on a blind date with a wonderful woman. I agreed to it reluctantly, but was pleasantly surprised on said date. as she was pretty much my type, and it was the best date I had been on in years. Here's the issue. The woman is 22. I'm 43. Now, this wouldn't have been an issue if we had just discussed this on the first date, but foolishly, we didn't. For some reason, this conversation didn't come about for 3 months after the fact. Just for some context, the blind date was on Skype because of the current pandemic, and we only got to meet properly a few weeks ago. Nevertheless, I think due to being in lockdown, we both enjoyed having someone to talk to. So, where does my sister come into it? At no point did my sister ever mention the age gap was this big. When she said younger, I was presuming 30s, not barely out of high school. On the other side, my sister had told the woman in question that I was in my 30s, not 40s. My sister is 33, so I presume she just thought we would be closer in age. Anyway, when this revelation came about recently, I was seething and had it out with my sister for matching me with someone completely inappropriate and for lying to both me and this woman she claims to be a friend. She can't see anything wrong with it because, as far as she's concerned, we're both adults and we've been going well for the past few months. Not to mention that I should have asked myself and not presumed. My issue is the principle. You can't lie to people like that, especially as I don't date very often anymore after my wife passed. She claims she only did it because she knew I would have said no otherwise. So, am I the asshole for having a go at her, or should I just be grateful for her kindness? Edit. Just to clarify, the woman I've been dating does pass for her late 20s, something even she herself confirms. I have only met her in person once, and the vast majority of the time, we only called on the phone or texted due to our jobs having hectic schedules. There was no conversation about our childhoods or anything, which led either of us to believe the age gap was this large. And just to make it clear, I'm not remotely comfortable with this gap, and my sister knew this.
Okay, so
Pressure? Is that you who wrote that, bud?
Mm-mm.
uh, so
No comment.
what?
Uh, so I don't think he's an asshole at all. I think his sister's a dick
Yeah,
because
no, I
that's
agree.
crazy. Oh my god.
I'm, I mean, okay. I think this is uh, I think I think we all know of a weird age gap than we want to admit. Yeah, I mean,
You know what we're talking.
yeah, uh, uh,
That's right. You talk to your fourth wall, bitch.
mhm,
Not the stupid when you.
yeah, but yeah, no, I I think that this was the asshole here. I don't believe the OP is at all. What about you, Castle?
Yeah, I don't think the OP is the asshole. I think Miss Sister is. I think the whole thing kind of seems like a mess, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it does. Okay, Batacus
Well, I
was
was gonna save you for last.
I'm fine with an age gap if y'all are both comfortable with it, but that's a little too much. Like,
What
I
was
get
the
it.
age gap again?
She had to have been somewhere between 18 to like early 20s because they mentioned that she was basically fresh out of high school essentially. And
she
he was like
was
Okay.
43.
she was
Okay, we
20
know.
she was 22. It was a 21-year age gap.
Hell no.
Yeah,
I
we
get
all
it.
know.
I go after immortal beings, but by human standards, no, no, that's weird. And it sounds like they're both weirded out, and I think the sister is the a-hole.
I want to
I
make a joke.
usually, I usually don't say this, but that's wrong. You should not do that. Vote for me for your president.
I just want to clarify. I know I'm over 2,000 years old by technicality, and this looks really bad right now. Okay, because Triton himself is literally like a teenager. But we are okay. But so this is really bad. I don't know how to make this sound better. But like, I'm stuck in this body at this age for quite some time until I separate myself from this situation. But as a human, if I were a human, knowing what I know, I don't think I think that's a pretty big age gap. I can't even think of anything you guys would even have in common because he was 22 when she was born.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was a boomer, and she was
Hey,
a Gen Zer.
hey, Seeker.
yeah.
I know what the title's gonna be of this podcast.
DM me and we will do
So I want to say it really quick because it's funny.
the
1,000-year age gap couple.
yeah.
Excuse me?
You shut the hell up. You shut the hell up.
Yeah, aren't you like in your set? No, you're like in your what 500s, and Batacus is 30.
Still, it's not by 1,000
Yeah,
years.
yeah, wait a minute. I'm the victim.
Hey,
Class,
you ain't victim of shit, buddy.
class, so we will
You fell in love with me for my Harbor Freight stop. Who's the real
away
victim
from me,
now, bitch? You're a gold digging whore.
class, so we will walk
You
up
know I
that.
am.
Now we do have a part two to that
Oh yes.
aria.
Oh
Thanks, you.
God. Let's hear it.
Thanks, you.
Uh,
Continuation.
Update! Sorry, I have no idea how to do this on a phone, let alone a computer. Human technology is barbaric, I swear.
That's not a surprise.
Neither is your sense of responsibility, or lack of, rather.
Excuse me?
So, I have had quite a few people asking me for an update, which was very thoughtful, and I thought it would just be easier to share in case anyone else wished to know. First of all, thank you so much for the support and love. It really did help and made me feel very welcomed. Ultimately, I stuck to my guns and broke things off. Many of you asked how on earth I could have gone all of that time without knowing her age. Well, that was because she knew my age and initially lied to me. Apparently, she and my sister had already had a conversation about my age, and how it wouldn't be an issue for her. She then asked my sister if I knew, and my sister
Yo.
said, and I quote, "Just play along." When I found out about this, I just had enough from both of them and left them to their own devices. It has been about a month, and my sister and I are simply not speaking. She tried to call me and tell me that this was for my own good, but I just let her get on with it. I'm not necessarily mad at either of them, but I'm just done with them. The feelings I felt for the woman were more or less manufactured because she put on a persona which she knew I would be attracted to. Although it has been some time, I'm still exhausted by the whole situation, so I would prefer to keep my distance from the two of them. Nevertheless, thank you so much to those who replied and checked up on me. It meant a lot. For now, I will just keep going on my own, but these things happen. Reddit and Twitter did prove that there were some decent people out there. Not necessarily saying the woman in question isn't decent, I just question her approach to this particular situation. Oh, and to those saying a male widow is a widower, I'm very much aware of that, but after years of saying it and having foreign relatives not knowing the difference between the two, I stopped caring as they both meant the exact same thing: a person who had lost their spouse. Edit. Oh my goodness, I'm completely overwhelmed by the responses. I've been busy and have been in a bit of slump since this whole drama blew up, but all these kind words and messages have really put a smile on my face. Thank you so much, everyone. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, so do, do we want to reconsider what we just said?
They're both assholes, except the guy, because the guy stuck to his guns. I think the guy's chill. Everyone else in this story was an asshole for not telling the guy.
I have to agree because if that the girl knowing, that's even crazier because she had to have been actively avoiding even talking about her age the entire time, which is messed up for a variety of reasons. And it makes me wonder how old she really presented herself to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, this is insane. And this is something that I did not expect from the update. But, here it is.
What do you think, Crasher?
I think that we can't go with one fucking podcast where we're not utterly shocked by human stupidity.
I apologize. I thought this was going to be a fun thing for all of us to do so we could all, get to know humanity a little better, but now I'm kind of scared of it. I'm not going to lie.
How are they still alive?
I don't know.
That meteor was supposed to knock them out. What happened
They
to
all
those?
took out the dinosaurs.
Yeah, those are fucking dinosaurs, you idiot.
You're telling me we sent the meteor too early?
What do you mean? Saturn was in
I-
charge of the meteor that took out the dinosaurs?
Batacus, listen.
Quiet.
It wasn't our
Who
fault.
is
We
this
didn't.
we? I had no part in that. That
I'll have to
was
go back and check my history books because I don't think that's right.
that
Me
was
and Batacus
not
were on
in
site
my
throughout the whole thing.
universe.
We saw
I
the
don't
whole thing.
I don't think that's right in any universe. And Crasher, you wouldn't have been alive for it. What do you mean?
So basically, Decron was revealed to be on.
Oh my god, shut up.
Uh, okay, first of all, Deacon's not even on this podcast, so why are you talking about him?
I just got that much beef with that dude.
Ikaron sucks. Anyway.
Thank
That's not
you.
true. That is not
Thank
true.
you.
Ron is a delight. You two are just chaotic. Let's get on to the next story. I
Okay,
apologize, listeners, for the man children or like man alien children in the
I
room right
prefer Seeker over the Decaron. I almost have a Seeker over a Seeker.
okay. Story number 3.
This one I wanted to read because of my own personal history with it growing up. The title immediately stuck out to me. For those who don't know, I was bullied heavily growing up, so this title absolutely floored me. I definitely recommend pausing before listening if the title alone makes you angry.
Oh, please. It can't be that.
Am I the asshole for making my son invite his school bully to his birthday party?
Nope.
Pause right now.
the way you both damn near got out of your chairs and walked away.
Okay,
Yes. Do we even need to hear the story? Yes.
we do need to. and let's play it.
I don't want to hear it. I'm going.
Oh, don't worry.
Tiba,
Triton wasn't happy about it either. Trust me. I got an earful for it later.
Tiba.
Never mind. Absolutely not. Throw away the whole ass parent. Who the fuck even does that? Am I the asshole for inviting his school bully to his party? Bitch, you already know you have to be. What the fuck?
I know, right? Anyway, here it is.
Oh my god, I might actually get flushed down the toilet after this. I think I might explode.
My 41 male son Aaron, 11 male, had his birthday party recently, along with his twin sister, 11 female. While sending out invites to everyone, Aaron told me that he doesn't want to invite Ben from his class because he's a bully. He said he'd rather him not come at all. I want to clarify that by bully, it's nothing really physical. He apparently just makes fun of Aaron, teased him with girls' names, and once he even sent a girl in his class a letter by making it in Aaron's name. I know Ben's parents as we work together, and I also know the child. He's just mischievous and hasn't really touched Aaron physically. He just makes fun of him, etc.
The fuck do you mean? You're friends. Why are you friends with his bully's parents? Tucker, I don't know if I can survive this. I am going to perish. You fucking suck, dude. Worst dad ever. And I would know.
Let me finish. Anyway, I told him it's not a good thing to prevent him from arriving when others would be, but he strongly refused. He said I am trying to ruin his day. I told him that while it's his birthday and he should have fun, it's also important to not punish someone else just because they are mischievous. I explained that he had to be the better man, especially since Ben hasn't really done anything except for making fun of him, teasing him, and sending girls letters as people in that age group do.
Like that age group does? No, no way. Absolutely fucking not. I am willing to bet half of my own trust fund that this guy was a fucking bully when he was a kid. How much you willing to bet, huh?
Calm down, dude. I didn't even know you had this in you. Again, let me continue. He got upset and asked Sarah, his twin sister, to back him up, and she was on his side. I didn't back down, however, and made him accept that Benjamin would be coming. The party went just fine, Ben brought gifts, etc. Aaron wasn't happy he was there, but he managed to hold in his disappointment until everyone left. And then he began.
I think we had a traumatic incident.
That shouldn't have happened because the whole thing went through. Hold on one second.
Okay.
But essentially, hold up. That's crazy. I don't. I have so
Okay.
many things to say.
So I'm gonna say this. Not everyone in his class needs to be at that party. I mean, invite his
Sorry, I have no.
club to.
This one I wanted to read. The party went just fine. And
That this guy was a fucking bully.
Okay. We will just say we can.
this one I wanted to read
Hold on
because
one
of my own
second.
personal history with it growing up.
Yeah, but we were
The title
working.
immediately stuck out to me. For those who don't know, I was bullied heavily growing up, so this title absolutely floored me. I definitely recommend this one I wanted to read because of my own. This one I wanted.
You are the ass.
Hold up. I have it right here. I don't know why it did that. I uploaded it again. You'll see it in just a second.
Uh, yep.
So
I
just go, yeah. So we're gonna have to go to that part really quick, and then
okay.
continue because there is more.
Two
There's more.
2:55. Let me do that and give me a moment.
This one I wanted to read because of my own personal history with it growing up. The title immediately stuck out to me.
On the toilet after this. I think I might explode. No way. Absolutely fucking not. I am willing to bet half of my own trust fund that this guy was a fucking bull.
Would be, but he strongly refused. He said I am trying to ruin his day. I told him that while it's his birthday and he should have fun, it's also important to not punish someone else just because they are mischievous. I explained, am I the asshole?
Yes. Yes. You are the asshole.
And let me continue.
Okay.
He got upset and asked Sarah, his twin sister, to back him up, and she was on his side. I didn't back down, however, and made him accept that Benjamin would be coming. The party went just fine. Ben brought gifts, etc. Aaron wasn't happy he was there, but he managed to hold in his disappointment until everyone left. And then he began to yell at me, saying that he hates me and that he'd never talk to me. I just didn't want to allow my son to throw a tantrum like that. Again, Ben hasn't really done anything bad or bullied him in other ways. Am I the asshole?
Yes. Yes. You are the asshole. A million times yes, you fool. You absolute miscreant. What the fuck do you think? I hope he hates you. You're terrible. Where the fuck is his mother? She needs a whole ass new man. This guy sucks.
Welp, I don't know if the other three even need to chime in now since Triton is about to lose it, so before he does, might as well take over.
Okay. So,
I will not comment on this because Ben is my son, and I do not like to speak ill of the dead.
So is this Batacus writing this story from Galvani's point of view?
I'm a good dad.
Yeah, but my son, I'm sorry for Ben's behavior.
okay. So, my opinion is you not every child should be invited to your kids' birthday party if they don't want them there. Yes, platform.
I'm going to speak out of character. This actually does really hit at home. So I wasn't a boy growing up. I wasn't. At least I try not to be. But I was bullied. They didn't invite me to the party.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like inviting the whole class is a good thing. So that's how I feel. I don't think he's an asshole. I think that he's just trying to make things right before everything completely goes to shit. That title alone is kind of a little questionable. But then you get to know the story, and he's trying. He's trying to make his child have a good day, but also he's trying to teach his son that everyone can be forgivable. You need to give him a chance. Everyone has a second chance.
No, my
Yes.
my question is, did you give your son any input on who was coming to his birthday party? That's what I want to know.
See, for me, as somebody who would like children someday, somebody who knows multiple children to have been bullied, um, I have to agree with Triton for a multitude of reasons. There are some fucking kids that need to learn the hard way, and this is one of those times. Um, I don't think that that kid should even feel remotely entitled. I don't care if I know your parents or not. If you're bullying my kid, you are not coming to his party. That's something fun for everyone else, and he's going to think about that every second that that kid is there. And now he's going to think about it even longer because he's going to look at me and see me as the person who let the kid that, walks all over him and bullies him into the party. I don't care if I work with your parents or not. At that point, your parents are not my friends. If they're not getting a grip on their kid, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, no. You and I have similar opinions. I mean, I really don't think every kid in the class needs to be above the college, especially if the class is 20 plus kids. Why do you need, let's say, 25 kids at your house, assuming that's what it was based on the story, and yeah, no, maybe 5, 10 kids at max, but not all 25.
Especially not one that doesn't even fucking like you and he bullies you. That's fucking. I don't care if it's physical or not. Bullying comes in a variety of forms. Well, he doesn't touch my son, so I guess it's okay. And my parent, his parents, and my, and me, me and his mom, we're good friends with them. So no, why would you want to be friends with those people?
Yeah,
That's even more of a slap in the face to your kid.
no, okay, yeah, definitely. I didn't look at it. What is here?
Well, what does
Or
Batacus?
did Batacus even say anything?
Yeah, Batacus still has to give us his input, and it looks like he has something cooking there. I'm waiting to see what it is.
Batacus, what is your thought? No opinion at all?
I can see it going both ways. On one hand, the kid might be blowing it out of proportion a lot because he's a kid. On the other hand, your kid does not like this fucking person. Why invite him? When I was that kid's age, I had 3 friends. 3 come to my birthday party. That kid does not need to have 20 some people come over to the house.
You had friends?
I did have friends.
I'm surprised.
I know you are.
Do you remember any of their names and did you drop kick them? Any of them?
I remember 3 of their names, yes.
So all of their names. Okay.
Prove it.
Share him with us.
Yeah, prove it.
No, because I'm on the run from the Saturn government.
Okay, but
Then
you
why
can
would
still
you
tell us.
say that?
Because I've had 3 friends. The Saturn government doesn't know who I am.
Are you stupid?
All right, Terry. All right, Terry. All right.
Uh,
Hold on. Are you stupid?
You're the only bat left. You're the only member of your species left, and they don't know who you are.
Children are not dishwasher safe. Don't wash your child in a dishwasher.
Oh, what lovely advice.
okay. let's
Okay, you know,
let's move on.
I think right now we're split. It's two of us believe that you are not entirely the asshole, and then two of us believe actually three of us if you count Triton, but Tucker probably too. He didn't give us his opinion, but that's probably because he would have went ham on your ass. But like,
Yeah.
I think this guy's the ass personally. So
Okay. Let's move on to story number 4.
Is this the last story?
No, we got one more after this.
Alright, guys, story number 4. Am I the asshole for giving someone an honest opinion of their art?
Ooh, that's a toughie. Art can be a lot of things. I'm gonna say yes, initially, because I'm giving the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, you're so nice. Honestly, I find a lot of modern art to be the only exception, though, so let's get on with it.
Alright, bring it on.
I, 28 female, have a friend who's recently been practicing at art, and my feedback on his work recently started a big argument in my friend group. I may have been a bit blunt, but he wanted honesty feedback, and I did try and make a point to not insult his actual art skills and instead give him tips on where to improve. The issue is, because of what I said about the subject matter he chooses to draw. Basically, when he was showing everyone and asking for feedback, I straight up asked, "Do you want my honest opinion?" And he said yes. For reference, his art is all the most generic anime women with baby faces and unrealistically sized breasts. I told him straight up that while he was showing improvement in terms of ability, I would strongly advise him to learn a different style. He asked what I meant, and I told him. I said that style reinforced misogyny, and that it was devoid of any sort of value outside of people who see women as objects. I said that I wasn't trying to be mean, but that if he wasn't my friend and I saw him drawing things like this, I would think less of him for doing so. He got really upset, and my other friends said I was being extremely rude and hurtful. I get my criticism was a bit harsh, but I made sure to not trash his skills and just give an honest opinion of the subject matter. I think if someone chooses to focus on something harmful, you need to call it out, even if it's your friend. Am I the asshole?
I mean, if you can't draw, you can't draw, so. Plus, this person was nicer than I was, honestly. I don't know. Art takes time, and if someone did pay him to do it, I guess not? I don't know. I'm not an artist, so I can't really say much.
Tucker, you designed your own robot's armor in less than 3 hours. The fuck do you mean? Liar.
Not the same. Anyway, what do you guys think?
Okay. Colossal Weevil. I don't know about you, but this was my immediate thought. And that was, is this a sequel to the story we had last week? You guys know what I mean. Hmm.
yeah.
That was my exact. That was my exact thought process.
So,
Yeah.
allow me to recap for those who didn't listen to last week's episode. We had solo a female pose for a art class. Her boyfriend's friends were in there, and it was a new painting,
Hmm.
is how I will
And
put it. And
and the friend put it up on the wall for the boyfriend to come over and see. Yeah.
yeah,
Which was a very dickish move. if you ask me. I think he could have done not. He put. There's no way he didn't wait until right beforehand. Like, oh shit, he's coming. Gotta show him how. My new piece of artwork. It's his girlfriend, which I get. That's cool. Great. I'm glad that you've seen her lady bits. You got them out there. You got a beautiful painting. But those are my lady bits. What are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
so
Those are my boobs.
that I'm feeling that this is from the boyfriend and but the perspective, and uh, I'm just say negative an asshole, but that's my opinion. Classical Weevil Batacus 1 year,
Not the asshole.
why not?
Why not the asshole?
Yeah,
'Cause I think Earthlings are weird, and why would you draw that? That is, regardless of if you're getting money for it or not, that's weird. Why would you even think of drawing that for money?
okay. Class
I
Weevil,
Crasher, you might have to go first.
I
class.
disagree with you, Batacus.
Why?
Um, because money. Okay, art is subjective, right? It
Because money. I fucking can't.
Crasher,
Yeah,
because
Crasher,
money.
Crasher, my sweet husband.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me
My
finish, you
sweet.
bat bitch. Let me finish, you bat bitch. Listen, um, so what I was going to say before I like really interrupted by Terry over here. Um, I think art is subjective. It is. So you just do a job, okay? You do. If someone asks for it, you just do it. You can. It depends on how much you get paid. Like if they're lowballing you, don't. But if you know for a fact that you are getting a good handful of money, then yeah, do it. That's not to say that it's not wrong. It's just to say that you shouldn't all just categorize it in one little thing. You know,
mm-hmm.
See,
it's not all bad.
I I I have to somewhat agree but somewhat disagree because this person mentioned that they looked like they had baby face or like, baby face.
That is what I was going to say. In fact, even Laura was gonna say that.
Oh my god, that's offensive. I can't. For those of you who cannot see, obviously, he's holding a skull bowl and Crasher's ex-wife Laura has passed away. Uh but I will say this. You can draw anime stuff like that and have them be adult women, but I have to agree with the person about potentially changing art styles because if they come out looking like children,
Yeah,
Mm.
no.
but they have the adult but they have, the adult anatomy, that's where you lose me. At that point, you just look like you know,
I wonder
Wait,
if he even knew that it was like children. You know, like I don't know. Like I wonder if he even like thought about it in a way. You know,
I never, I never.
probably not. I mean, he probably
I
drew this
think he
thinking
just
he
drew
did
it and just didn't realize it. You know,
that and he's probably like, god, this looks bomb as fuck. And then his friend, because he did say he wanted his honest opinion, he told him, dude, that looks like, a kid with boobs, like that's weird.
he probably
Yeah,
And
didn't know.
His friend probably did not like to hear that his art skill was not where he thought it was, which is probably why he got offended. Um,
Uh-huh.
but I can't say that I think this person's an asshole because coming from a perspective that's completely honest, you're trying to protect that person from potentially being seen as a pedo, if you will.
Yeah.
You're trying to protect them. And I don't think you were necessarily wrong for that. And I don't think your friends should be ganging up on you for that either. I mean, that was your honest opinion and he asked for it. I don't really think that they have any ground to be upset with you.
I agree. And
But
the
yeah. I don't think I think both of them I think this whole thing is just like a misunderstanding. In my opinion.
probably and the
I don't think he meant
overall
to do that.
I don't think so. A lot of those people that draw those are part of the group.
Okay, but he probably didn't even realize it at the time.
How do you not realize that you're drawing a literal child with
Because he doesn't
adult
understand.
parts?
Okay, but what you don't get is that anime. Is it anime?
yeah, and
And yeah, that makes sense.
No,
Because
it doesn't.
anime
Because there are
It's
that
genres of
well.
anime where that is a thing, and those are seen as very taboo and very bad.
yeah,
No, I know. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying it
yeah,
makes sense in his mind.
no,
He probably didn't even
Yeah.
realize
I
at the
I
mean,
time,
guess
you
not.
know?
Okay,
class,
but it says he was not drawing any specific characters. That's
Okay, but
where I draw the line.
if he's looking up references, like, just as a whole, then he might have saw that, right?
yeah,
If he's looking up
Fair.
references, he might have saw that
Mm.
uh,
and
Can
be
we
like, "Hey,
abduct?
that's
Can
bomb
we
as fuck.
abduct
Let me
this
do that."
dude and can we abduct this dude and see what goes
okay,
on through his
let's
head when he
move
does this?
on. Let's
I don't
Yes.
do it. I really want to probe this dude and
let's
find out
move
what the
on
fuck is going
to
on.
story number 5.
Yeehaw.
I wasn't defending him. I was just trying
All
to.
right, last one.
No, not you, not you,
Man, I'm
my
tired.
sweet, beautiful
These exams are
crasher.
killing me lately. Rocket science is no freaking joke, guys. I can't even believe I'm here right now, donating my time without caffeine. We need an intern with an espresso machine, stat.
You say that like you are some sort of prince. Ugh.
Uh, hello?
Oh, right. You're the family castaway prince. Almost forgot for a second. Sorry.
Wow, okay. Nice to see where I fall in line back on Neptune. Dick.
I will apologize once you stop putting mayo in my skincare products. Not to mention, I am allergic to eggs, you pasty bitch.
Well, how was I supposed to know? You never said that.
Who the fuck has to tell anyone not to put eggs in lotions and exfoliant? Now read the story before we start bickering again. I cannot with your bitch ass today.
Am I the asshole for refusing to do free work for my kid's stepfather? I'm an electrician and a union member. My ex and I share custody of our 3 kids. Things are okay now, but the divorce last year was rough. She got remarried in August to a guy after dating for 6 months. Let's call him Brad. Here's where the issue kind of starts. A few weeks ago, Brad was at my daughter's volleyball game saying stuff about how real tradesmen don't need to be in a union. He said this right in front of me, and I was wearing a shirt with my union logo on it. He works in the trades also, but just does small, non-union IT/data network jobs. I stayed calm and didn't bite. He is self-employed, and I know barely makes a profit. My license also allows me to do all of his kind of work at my pay rate. This morning, my ex called me out of the blue. She said a panel at one of Brad's jobs needed some work and asked if I could just swing by to check it out. She said, "You'd only need your tools for a few minutes, just a quick favor, it's not a big deal, and you would be technically working for Brad." So when my ex asked for a quick favor, I told her, I charge everyone the same rate, and per union rules, I can't just do a side job. It's got to be done under my shop. She said, "You're really going to force this issue with my husband?" I told her he can just have his own subcontractors or step up and by paying me like everyone else does. Now she's saying I'm being petty and creating tension, claiming that I'm just making it stink because he lives with the kids. I told her that professionalism isn't petty and that I don't give free labor to people who disrespect my trade. So, am I the asshole for refusing to do free work for my ex's husband, even though it might make things awkward for my co-parenting relationship?
This bitch is crazy. Nobody can work for free in this economy. Plus, I love free stuff, and I come from more money than her husband can make in a lifetime. But you can't just expect work for free because you're his egg donor. Fuck off, lady.
Wow, you're feisty today. Maybe I should replace the shampoo I switched out for Nair. I kind of feel bad now.
What's Nair?
Scalp serum. Yeah, that's it, scalp serum.
Then why does Google say hair removal product?
Well, that's our show for today, everyone. I'll leave the goodbye to the others. I gotta run. See ya. Bye.
Get back here, you stupid Abelena. I am not done with you yet. Where do you think you're...
Okay, so I don't really try to deal with you, it seems. Let's talk about this.
I'm confused. Before we do, what are you doing, Atticus?
Tucker gave me an idea.
What's the idea? Is that
Shampoo. Slightly worse shampoo than what Trident has. I've been refilling his shampoo for months, and with like normal shampoo, but now I want to fill it with Nair.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, I don't think you already have to worry about that. Apparently, you've both been tag teaming the same mission.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
explains the ball. That explains why he was wearing his little bonnet the last time I called.
okay, so, so just that you work for him as his current husband under the table. Um, no, because you don't owe him anything.
Mhm.
So,
No, and for him to say what he said to try to rage bait him at a volleyball game and then ask for help? Are you serious?
yeah, no,
No.
no, I mean, if you want someone who did that for you, get your own subcontractor, not your husband, your wife, husband company. No,
I mean,
so you're not the asshole, classical girl.
um, you're not the asshole. I I don't understand why people would do that shit. Ah, yeah, no, no, that story fucking boggled me. I'm just like, what? I just what's your stance on it?
I think if anyone's going to have any
That's
issues with the kids, she's going to do something to be a dick with the kids, and that's my only issue for him potentially down the road. But Batacus?
I've known several chill guys that have worked in the blue collar industry. One of them is one of my friends from Earth. He's chill. For you to ask for free labor, that's a dick move. Maybe be a real man and learn how to do it yourself. You know, because real men don't don't work in unions, is
Ooh.
what the guy's quote was. So be a real man, learn how to do it yourself instead of having your little girlfriend ask for her ex.
I have to agree because I would have said that. I'm glad I'm not this guy because I probably would have said something like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
I think this guy's an asshole.
I've
Or not
actually
not that
been
guy, but Brad is the asshole,
so
not you.
Fucking
I'm
Brad.
so I will say that I actually do have a similar story in real life. Um, breaking character. I was asked to do something for an ex's boyfriend, and I said no.
good.
No, because I don't owe them shit.
Not,
I
not
actually know an artist on Earth who was asked to do some artwork for somebody because they knew that she was with a tattoo artist and had been training under him before he had passed. And this woman asked her to help her with this piece of artwork. She wanted like this big leg piece. And my friend goes, "All right, but it's going to be like $250 for the artwork because I'm going to draw it, but then I have to draw it and color it on my computer because that takes time and I need to make sure that the combined art styles that you want come out effectively. And if that person messes it up, I don't want that on me." And she goes, "Well, the woman in question goes, "Well, you see, I'm a mom who just lost her kid's dad. You know, she did too. She did too, mind you." And she goes, "And I'm getting remarried, and nobody's helping me with the cost of my wedding. And I just thought you could be a friend and help me out." And she hadn't been talking to this person for like years. And she came and asked her something like that. So she told her straight up, "I can't fucking help you because that's ridiculous. I'm not going to do something like that for free and have you come here and try to manipulate me into getting it done for a cheaper
Hmm.
price because you can't handle your shit better. That's just not happening."
yeah, that's dumb.
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure it says too in the story that Brad does not make much money doing what he's doing. So he was looking for a handout, which was
Ye-
not okay
Oh yeah.
considering you verbally, you basically tried to verbally assault him at
Yeah,
his own daughter's volleyball game, and he was not taking the bait because he's clearly more of a man than you already are.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you? Like, that's
yeah,
no.
no, no, that's what. Alright, well, I think we are good on that one. That LP's not asshole. Weevil,
Mhm.
do you wanna take us out?
Yes. I was going to do a little game with you guys to try to get you guys a little more affiliated with, or our listeners more affiliated with us. It was going to be two truths and a lie.
Okay,
I was going to give my first two, my two truths and a lie, and then I was going to let each of you do it, and then we'd have to decide what is or is not accurate. However, we have Batacus now. I'm scared. Um, because they might all be truths. And um,
we,
so if you want to play really quick, that's fine. But I just want to warn listeners that Batacus is probably going to say some pretty outlandish shit. Like, he's done a lot of crazy shit.
Not
uh,
too crazy.
okay.
Ain't that right?
Oh my God. As he's
That is.
Put
talking to
that
his.
skull down.
Uh,
If
My.
you
uh,
say that's
What's
more one more fucking time back, I will skin you.
All right.
money,
So,
money, money, money?
Weevil,
my first. My first. So I'm going to say this first. My first one is I am from the city of Rome.
hmm,
I grew up in Pompeii. Triton is my first boyfriend. Which are the truths and which are the lies?
Uh,
Well, I
what
named
was the first one?
I am from Rome. I was born there.
No.
All right. Now, what
well
about I was praised in Pompeii?
that you were placed away
I
because
was raised.
that's true. I didn't that.
And the last one was Triton is my first boyfriend.
Uh, I'm gonna go with Rome and Pompeii over the two. It tried to be your false boyfriend. It's lie.
Same.
I'm going with Rome in July, so we'll cut back here.
So, believe it or not, the lie is the last one. Triton is not my first boyfriend. I was promised to somebody through something similar to like what Faye was going through.
Yeah.
And this guy was actually older than I was, and I did not like it.
Mm.
So yeah, those are my two truths and my lie. So
Okay.
Crasher, why don't you try this one?
Mine might be a little dark, so
Oh God.
be aware.
Jesus Christ.
Prepare yourself, Laura. Prepare yourself.
As I'm going to skin you like a cat. Okay. Um. Okay. As Peter Piper, I used to lure children down to the basement. That's my first one. My second one is I was hit as a child. My third one is I was not wealthy enough and I was homeless.
The third one.
I believe that the truth of number two and three.
I think the first one's the misleading one because I just want our listeners to know it wasn't anything. I mean, it wasn't that inappropriate. It was definitely
Don't
not
worry,
that inappropriate.
it
I
wasn't.
swear
It
to
wasn't
God.
bad.
Um, so I'm gonna say the truth because that one could be misleading. I'm gonna say that one's the truth, and then the that one's definitely a truth. And then I'm gonna say the last one is a lie, but the second one is a truth. So I'm gonna say one and two are truths, and the last one's a lie.
Two, three, truth, one lie.
Okay, so three was the lie.
Got it.
Mm,
But I want to explain number one. So
Okay.
number one was that I lured children into the basement. It's not like that. It's not bad, I promise you. It's not even inappropriate. I had to save them from a disease that was going around, so I had to lure them into the basement to protect them.
Okay.
So I had to use my song, I had to use my music, and I had to lure them into the basement so I can protect them from the real danger, aka Batacus.
I
Okay.
knew it. He doesn't have his rabies shot.
So that's interesting.
He doesn't have his rabies shot, it's crazy.
That's interesting. Classroom. And that's heroic of you. Mm, okay. Now, I'm gonna go next. And my teachers and one lie are my brother is evil. my I'm only 80 years old, and my my grand niece is the one who saved a war. What is the lie?
I'm gonna say number 3 is the lie.
You
I think
think?
number 2 is the lie.
Oh, fuck it. I think number 1's the lie. One of us is getting it right, guys.
Did the only one that got it right is Weevil? Weevil, do you want to explain that for
You're an
me?
astral being. There's no way you're only 80 years old.
Yeah.
To be fair, I wasn't able to hear that part.
I'm scared. It's Batacus' turn. This could be bad.
I'm excited.
Batacus.
One of them better be about me.
All right. One of them, I tolerate Crasher more than any being ever. My favorite snack is apple straws, and I gotta think of this one. And my favorite thing to do is play video games.
Number 1 is the lie. You don't just tolerate me. You love me.
Number 2 is the lie.
It has to be because number 3 pisses me off because I've watched you play games with Faye's dad just to spite Tucker.
Yeah.
Johnny boy.
Try to get your brownie points. So I know damn well that's not true. That can't be the right one.
Yeah. Then number
Yeah.
No,
2.
it's gotta be number 2. Unless, of course, he says he tolerates somebody more than Crasher, and that'd be fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
The
Did
lie. The lie is number 1.
What?
who
Hold
did
up.
who did tolerate more than Crystal?
Guys, it's really obvious. I'm literally the bat version of Snow White. Who do you think I tolerate more than Crasher? My
The 7
fucking
kids?
dog! My dog, Harry!
Oh.
Oh my god, you're not even as important as this dog. Holy shit.
First of all, Snow White. What?
Okay.
I saw
I
Earthling movie.
Okay.
That's not. That's not. What?
I'm very
We,
confused in that connection as well because you are not at all princess like Disney princess like at all. You kick children.
I am an animal person. Quite
And
literally and
do
figuratively.
the Wizard of Oz. That's better. Do fucking Dorothy
Beauty and the
from Wizard
Beast?
of Oz. Photo.
He could have done
Do Snow
he could
White.
have
I'm
done
not
Beast.
having romantic relations with a beast.
I mean, you are the beast. You
we,
fool.
we will please take us out because
I'm obviously the
this
beauty.
is
I mean,
getting out of
I'm
hand.
the
You
beauty.
know,
I'm the beauty.
listen.
You're the fucking
All
beast.
right, listeners, I before they start bickering about who is wearing the dress in this relationship again, because I'm
it
pretty sure
was Crasher.
Batacus, wait, weren't you wearing the dress at the wedding?
No,
He
Anyway,
was.
I took Tucker's clothes. Thank you
yes,
very
No, he
much.
then you
was.
wore the dress over his clothes.
Yeah,
But
he did.
anyway, all right. Thank you guys for listening this week again with us on Astral Insight. That game went a lot better than expected. I'm gonna have another one for next week because this was great. Yeah. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube at Astral Insight, Earthscum Legion, and we're playing this Thursday. And believe we're changing it back to Thursdays for now. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also don't forget about Mindframe Takeover because we have some really awesome, cool movie reviews and stuff over there as well. And at some point, we will be doing script readings of certain things, if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to be fun. I'm excited for that.
Nice.
But
The first one
gotta-
will be Deadpool and Wolverine, so stay
Heck
on the
yeah.
lookout for that one.
Get your sock ready.
And we
all right, guys. See you later, Earth Scum.
bye.
What the fuck? Why do I always get these stories? Oh, Lucia, we need to talk. What the hell is this shit? Give me one good reason not to quit this podcast right the fuck now.
Shit, Triton, wait. Lucia, run! I mean, that's all, Earthlings. Fuck. I've, gotta go handle this interplanetary war happening behind me now. But don't forget all that cool stuff we mentioned earlier about our channels. Stay scummy, Earth Legion. I mean, Triton, no, not the chair. You idiots! You're gonna rip apart the studio! Guys, wait! We're still recording!